Chapter 28. The Foundation Stones, Feasibility Study, and Business Plan. We first earn to take care of our needs and reasonable wants, but we keep earning to give back. For anyone who wants to start, build, and run a business successfully, two foundation stones that have to be in place are the feasibility study and the business plan. And I decided to handle them together in this chapter because they are twins and go hand in hand. A feasibility study is an investigation and research to determine whether a particular venture, business, project, or system is desirable, practicable, achievable, and cost-effective. The main goal of a feasibility study to assess the economic viability of the proposed business. It needs to answer the question, does the idea make economic sense, which is most commonly known as the cost-benefit analysis. The procedure is to determine the benefit or income that are expected from a business and compare them with costs. If the result of the study is positive, then you can proceed to develop a business plan. There is no point embarking on an unviable business because you will fail before you start. You want to equate what you see written with what is in the real world. Inner dreams versus external realities must be looked at. You must do a market research before you launch out. You want to get expert advice and feedback from the market before you plug in. You want to get answers to the what, where, how, who, and when of your business. You need to do your feasibility study in order to develop your business plan. These are the contents of the twin stones. The content: cover sheet, executive summary, table of content, products and services, technology, market, environment, competition, industry, location, business model, marketing and sales strategy, production, operating requirement, management, personal requirement, regulations, environmental issues, critical risk factors, financial projections, balance sheet projections, income statement projections, cash flow projections, break-even analysis, capital requirement and strategy, recommendation and conclusion. Before starting a new business or expanding an existing one, you should develop a business plan. A business plan is a formal statement of a set of business goals, the reasons why they are believed to be attainable, and the plan for reaching those goals. A business plan will often build and refine the key concepts developed within the feasibility study you conducted to formally justify the business concept prior to committing the resources needed to develop a formal business plan. Writing a business plan should help you think through most of the issues you will face in starting a business. It will help you communicate a business plan to partners, investors, financial institutions, major customers or suppliers, and key employees. The business plan should serve as a useful tool along with your personal contact for convincing such partners to sign on to your vision. It will also help you set performance target, because if you don't have a goal, how will you know when you score? And if you don't know your destination, how will you know when you get there and how far you have gone? Key sections or contents. Executive summary. This section is written last, but presented first. This is the most critical component of the report, because stakeholders will only review it and will not proceed unless they are engaged. Product-oriented. This section identifies the market niche that best supports consumer demand and looks at the shape and size of the market. Financial and operational. This section demonstrates the fiscal viability of the business venture. It identifies the operating capital requirements and communicates any financial assumptions that have been made. Exit strategy. This section communicates how and when the entrepreneur will exit the business. It may also discuss the return on investment. Differences between feasibility study and business plan. 1. When feasibility reveals positive result, Some, but not all of the information developed in the feasibility study will be incorporated into the business plan. 2. The feasibility study evaluates different scenarios, while the business plan builds on and elaborates the scenario shown to be the most promising. 3. While the feasibility is only applicable for the developmental stage of a project, businesses continue to use and revise their business plan after the project has been implemented. 4. Since the feasibility study presents an independent review of the project, persons from outside the group normally complete it. In contrast, the group typically develops their business plan internally. 5. To summarize, a business plan shows the group intended response to critical issues revealed in the feasibility study. As the feasibility study refines the group's initial ideas, the business plan uses the information from the study to further prepare the project for operations. Go online and view samples of feasibility study and business plan to give you a practical example, because due to space constraint, I cannot add that to this chapter. Let us move on now to look into bookkeeping,